All right, here we go. Got another package, or got a package from RetroGamingGuy. I won one of his live stream giveaways the other day. It's been a couple weeks now, but I've had the box set to the side, haven't had a chance to open it or anything. Just removed the packing label, so no one's getting the address, nothing like that. So let's get this guy open. All right. Let's see what's in here. This box is much bigger than I expected for the size of a mini PC. Should be a Dell OptiPlex, I believe 7050, a 6th gen processor. He was with this in his video. He was showing how you could build a really cheap budget but capable emulation machine using Batocera, and his video was great on it. I'll link it in the description below so you guys can check it out, or I'll link it in a card. All right, but then we got a keyboard here. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, there's the star, but let's take a look. What else? Something else is in here. Oh, okay, the power brick. All right. Really well packaged. All right, we got it free. Almost. Come on. Stupid tape. It always thwarts me. So, let's take a look here. All right. Okay, on the back here, what do we got? All right. I see a HDMI, a display port, 4 USB ports, a C port, another display port, and an Ethernet connection. Okay, nothing there to see, just some stickers. Front has another USB-C and a regular USB port. But yeah, for all you guys who think it's not legit, it's legit. Oh, and I missed it. Thanks to my wife off screen there, she just handed me the wireless dongle that came with it as well. Now let's take a look at this keyboard. Ugh, yeah, I ripped it. Okay, whatever. It's just a box. So let's get this open. Okay, it's a membrane keyboard, nothing fancy. I got another power cord that had a brick with the power cord. So bonus power cord. Okay, the mouse, pretty basic, nothing fancy, but it's what he received when he bought it refurbished, and then he built up the drive. So let's get everything set up here, and then we'll get it hooked up and see what kind of games we can play on it and what kind of drive he hooked us up with. So there's everything we got: the USB dongle for the Wi-Fi, the system itself, the power cord, the extra power cord with the power brick. So let's get to it. All right, I got it hooked up and ready to go into the game capture, and let's see what we have here. All right, looks like a total of about a little over 4,000 games. Pretty awesome. Looks like we got some favorites here. One game. It's either going to be Mountain of Legends or something Indiana Jones. Let's see. All right, so I really got to thank RetroGamingGuy for sending this out to me for winning the live stream contest. It's awesome. So I'm just going to give it a quick review and look over and see what I got here. It's a Dell OptiPlex 6th gen mini. I forget the other specs. I want to say it's a 7050 if I'm not mistaken is the model number. I'll put it down in the comments once I confirm, once I'm done here, because it's kind of out of sight for me to see the model number at the moment. So Indiana Jones is a favorite. We got MAME here with about 600 games. Awesome. So a trimmed down ROM set. Let's see what's on here. Just a quick look. You know, as long as we got a Pac-Man on here. Let's see. You know me, I'm a Pac-Man fanatic. Oh, a lot of gauntlets. All right, let's see. The most ridiculous game ever. Right there. Wow. Maybe not, but. Now we got Pac-Man. Pac-Man Plus. Do we have my daughter's favorites? I forgot that would actually be under M. Ah, the double screen. Or is it? That's the play choice. Okay. Oh. Okay. No Ms. Pac-Man. That's okay, though. And our next set is Commodore 64, which is Fix-It Felix. PC Engine has 2 games. I think both those come as part of Batocera on their own. Nintendo with about 800 games almost. I don't think that's a full set, but it's close. So I think there's about 900 in there. Let's see, Super Nintendo, that's pretty close, I think, to a full set. If not, it's probably got most of the good stuff. Let's take a peek real quick. All right, it's a good mix. Ah, there's a fun one. All right, let's see what else we have here. Back out, we got N64 with 177 games. Just a quick look. Bomberman's, some California Speed, The Cruisins, Doom 64, Duke Nukem, Zero, Gauntlet Legends, Indiana Jones. RetroGamingGuy sends this out. It has to have Indiana Jones. AI. Oh, there's a fun one. Oh, here we go. Mario Golf, Kart, Party 1, 2, 3, Tennis. Mega Man Legends is how I played this game the first time. I don't know which came out first. If it was Mega Man 64 or Legends on the PlayStation, but I played it on the PlayStation. I've never played it on the 64. So I wonder if it's any different, but from the art I'm seeing, it looks exactly the same. I remember that exact boss battle. All right, pretty good set. Paper Mario. Perfect Dark, unpopular opinion. Not as good as GoldenEye. Not as fun. Maybe because I just loved that movie so much, because Pierce Brosnan, I think, is one of the best Bonds ever. And I get flack for that too, but it's growing up in the 80s. He was on a TV show called Remington Steele, which was very, very much like Bond anyway. So I was like, this guy's the guy who should be Bond. This should be Bond. So when he finally got the role in GoldenEye, I was so excited. And the 3 movies that were in there were just amazing to me. I absolutely cannot stand Roger Moore. And I absolutely cannot stand, who's the new guy? Daniel Craig. I do not like him as Bond either. Another unpopular opinion, because a lot of people like Craig, but I found the newer movies. I watched Casino Royale when it came out. hoping, giving the guy a chance. I fell asleep. I tried watching it another time because I was like, oh, I must have just been tired. Watched it again. Fell asleep. I don't know. Hey, both stadiums. I love those games. Let's see. Haha, Rampage. Me and my daughter play the Sega Saturn version of the World Tour all the time. She absolutely loves this game. But I forgot about the Universal Tour. So I may have to pull this up and play this with her sometime. Ready to Rumble. That was on 64? I thought that was a Dreamcast thing. But, alright. Resident Evil. I hated I played them, but I really did not like the tank kind of controls they used. It was horrible. But it was still playable. Let's see, the rushes. Shadowgate 64. It was okay. One I liked that wasn't very popular. Oh, hello. Star Fox. Star Wars. Okay, awesome. StarCraft. Let's see, Super Bowling. The 3 Zeldas I'm not a big fan of. I know, not another popular opinion. But the best one for me was on the Super Nintendo. Right, Beast Wars, the Turoks, which were kind of fun. Let's see. The Twisted Metal ripoffs. The Wave Race, that was a great game. And all the wrestling games. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna have to play these again. It's been so long. And we're all the way around on that. GameCube. Now I'm hoping my favorite's on here, but let's see. We got some Sonic games. Awesome. There it is. That is probably my favorite game on the entire system. However, I hated playing as Link. Even though Link was a good character, I mainly played on the Xbox because Spawn, and I was more of an Xbox guy. My brother actually owned the GameCube, and we would trade off. You know, like one of us, well, I call him my brother, friend for years, known us as a kid. It was me, Kevin, Joe. Kevin had the GameCube. Joe had the PS2, because I had a couple PS2s, but they broke, and I was done dumping money on Sony at that point. And I got me an Xbox. That Xbox lasted forever until it finally, the drive died. I should have fixed it, but I was younger and didn't know anything about computers or anything at that time, so I was too intimidated and just let it go. But yeah, I mainly played this on Xbox. SSX Tricky was another one that me and my brothers played a lot. Loved this game. We had so much fun. Oh, I don't see Super Monkey Ball on here, but that was another one that we played a lot. Oh, yes, Strikers. Any of the Mario games are always amazing. Let's see. The Fun Zelda games. Not that one. Yes. 2D. Never got into Wind Waker. I tried. Twilight Princess, wrestling, and we're back around. All right. Game Boy Advance, if I'm not mistaken, that's one that's pre-packaged in with Batocera ports. Yeah, these are all the stuff that comes already in Batocera's image when you download it. Probably the same here. Yeah. Master System. All right. Looks like a pretty... I didn't even look to see how many. I'm so sorry, guys. 277 games. Okay. Alien Syndrome. I had this game on here, and I played this way too much. Let's see if they have my favorite, because this had the best version of Double Dragon you could get, except for playing in the arcade. Double Dragon on this system was the only one you could play 2-player simultaneously out of the Nintendo. Nintendo's was just single player. You played till you died, the other guy played. That was horrible. Cool spot. Anyone want some 7-Up? Oh, there's Double Dragon. Sweet. Best game on here. For the system, I know. Oh, well, the Phantasy Star was great too. I mean, there's a lot of good games on here. Fantasy Zone, those were fun. The original Gauntlet. George Foreman's boxing, that was so bad. Golden Axe. Golden Axe Warrior actually was kind of a fun game, but it doesn't feel like a Golden Axe to me. The Great Series. Hang On, that was a pack-in title, if I remember correct. That, and it had a, yep, there it is. It's Hang On Safari. That's the one I had. So... King's Quest. Okay, this has got a pretty good list here. And I'm kind of digging the theme he set it up on. Oh, there's a Ms. Pac-Man. Is it the Tengen version? Yes, it is. So I wonder if this version's like the one I had on Nintendo by Tengen. It looks a little different. Let's take a peek. Because the one on Nintendo was actually amazing. That was made by Tengen. Okay. Skip ahead. Oh, yeah, hold on. Okay. I always hated playing these with 8-way controls. It's just so much better with the joystick that's a 4-way. And no, I'm not aggressive. The goal of the game is to get as far as you can until it glitches. All right, cool. That was cool. I'll have to play that more. Outrun. What's that one? Outrun Europa. Never played that one. I've played the Outrun. Pac-Mania. Paperboy spent too many hours on this game, but I think it was the Nintendo version I played more than anything on that one. Phantasy Star, good, good. All right. Pretty good setup on here for the Sega. All right, I could be here all day going through those. Okay, Mega Drive, Genesis, just Genesis. Let's see. Oh, I did go through this a little bit earlier because I had to re-record a little bit. So it does have my favorite RPG on there from the system, Warsong. Story was, I remember being really good, but now looking back on it, it was probably rather weak, but I enjoyed it. I remember enjoying it when I was younger. So let's see what else is on here. The World Series baseballs, some wrestling games, some of the best X-Men games out there. I enjoyed both those quite a bit. At the time, I thought Genesis had the best X-Men, or the best representation for X-Men games. There is one good one on Super Nintendo, I believe, as well. Let's see, Aerobiz. I spent way too much time on these two games. I liked the simulation. It was a lot of fun. What else do we got here? Quite a few. I didn't even see how many the number were. Okay. This boxing game, surprisingly, I had it on Super Nintendo, not Genesis. Surprisingly, it was pretty good. I absolutely love that game. at the time. Yep, Bulls versus Blazers. I had this basketball game. I actually enjoyed it. I don't like a bunch of those. There's Bloodlines. I have a weird taste in games compared to most. Columns, I know it's classic and it's there, but I like it. I like this Contra game. Not a lot of people liked it when it came out. I think I paid $3 for it not too long after it came out, because it was definitely different at the time for how the Contra games worked. Good selection. Let me jump a few spaces here and see what we got. Oh wow, I feel like a moron. Oh, hello. All right. Earthworm Jim 2. All right, overall pretty good. Looks like a pretty good selection. Oh, I gotta look for a fighting game. Should be right up here. There it is. I know it was a bad fighting game, but I played this for way too many hours with a friend of mine. And they're showing my guy, Xavier. That's who I used mainly, was the wizard. Okay, that's enough of Genesis. Let's see what we got here. We got some Game Gear. Never really got into it, but I've thought about collecting for it because it's one of the smaller sets and it's not hugely expensive to start collecting for, but I don't know. I mean, I was always a Game Boy Advance. I had all those. Oh, Dreamcast has 48 games. Let's see what we've got. Tomb Raider Chronicles, Last Revelation, couple Tony Hawks. Let's see, Arrow Wings. Oh, Capcom. SNK, nice. All right. Gauntlet Legends. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom. Power Stone. Oh, I did not know that Record of Lodoss War had an actual game. I know they had Berserk on Dreamcast. No one ever has it on their sets. I would love to get that, but I think it was only a Japanese release. Nope, no Berserk. Okay. But yeah, Record of Lodoss War? I did not know. It was a great anime growing up. All the Resident Evils, practically. There's Sonic, some Star Wars again. Street Fighters. Did not know Street Fighter 4 was on the Dreamcast. Alright, pretty good set for a small collection. Naomi. The arcade games, 34. Alright, all the Guilty Gears. Melty Blood, alright. I'm a fighting game guy if you didn't notice. Ooh. Alright. 03. Alright. I see a lot of things I want to play on this. Alright. So Neo Geo, we got 140 games. King of Monsters 2. Ooh, what's that? Tag battle of some kind. I don't know that one. It's weird. Let's see. Metal Gears or Metal Slugs. Bomberman. There's a lot of good games on this one. on this list as well. I think RGG put together a really good collection overall. Kind of checks a lot of boxes. And Samurai Showdowns. All right, I'm pretty happy with this. All the King of Fighters. Heroes. Looks like we went around. The Art of Fighting. The Baseball Star Games. Okay. So back out of there. Oh, PlayStation's up next with 42 games. Right. A lot of Street Fighters. I actually like this game. I owned this one and I played it way too much. And that one, even though they weren't main series, for some reason I liked the weird 3D characters and the way they did it. So at the time, there wasn't great 3D, so I mean Tekken was good. But I was always more of a Street Fighter guy. So all the Tony Hawks from the series, Twisted Metals. Oh, okay. Hydra Thunder. The Blitzes. Horrible fighting game. I mean, ugh, they tried. They really tried. But a large selection of Street Fighter. Right. So overall, I'd say a really good collection there. PS2, 20 games. Gauntlet Dark Legacy, that other Gauntlet game, that was kind of weird. Grand Theft Autos, Hitman, Tekken 4, Tekken 5, Tekken Tag, SmackDown. All right, good with those. Crashes, Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Okay, I like what we have there overall. I can add some more later. LCD games. So these what I think they are. They are. I had a couple of these as a kid. Never really got into them. I knew a guy that bought every single one of these type of games, and I just couldn't do it. I could barely see them on the screen, but I guess I could try them now and see how those go. And there we go. We're right back to all games. Overall, I think it looks like a pretty good build. Let's see. We got to play one, though. Let's do one that will test the system and see how well it does. So I'm thinking GameCube or PS2. But let's do GameCube because I got a game in mind. If I don't keep passing it. There we go. Because this one emulated usually gave some games or some systems a hard time. Let's see how fluid it is. All right. Where is Sig? That's right. You had to unlock Siegfried. Restaurant, Full Ivy. We'll do Keelik. All right, this looks pretty smooth. Oh, I let her get in on me. Wrong move. Ow. I do so much. I don't get to play much. I'm always building. Once the arcade cabinet gets done, I am going to play a lot more. All right, not too bad. It held up well. So let's back out of that game. Let's see. Let's go over to a PlayStation 2 game, because sometimes I can actually hurt it a little bit more. And let's see. I'll do a kart game. Surprised on the loading time on that one. Oh, another loading screen. Brace. Normal. Sure. We'll just do crash. You know, considering this is running on no graphics card and just the internal graphics on the 6th gen processor in here, not bad. And this seems to be playing pretty smooth. Alright, we'll do a few laps. And let's be honest, I have never played this game before. I was always a Mario Kart guy. So I don't know how I gotta... Oh, that's kind of cool. They tell you you're about to get bombed. Ow, dropped all the way to 7th. That's pretty bad. Ooh, 8th. I am sucking it up. I was in the lead. Let's see if I can come back from any of this. I kind of doubt it, but got to 4th. That is absolutely horrible. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. Okay, so it handles PS2 pretty well too, so I'm actually impressed by this. Now, I have to thank RetroGamingGuy for sending this out. I know I won it in one of his giveaways, which I do appreciate a lot, and I just need to thank him for that. It's a good set of games overall. I'm going to set it up so me and my daughter can play it probably on the TV. Maybe we'll do something on the stream with it, me and her. So, especially since I saw there were some Rampage games I did not have set up in the builds I've been doing. So, that'll be a lot of fun. And guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. All your time you spent with me watching. If you have any questions or comments or your favorite game for any of the series that we went over today, let me know in the comments below. And keep playing, guys. Have a good one.